Hey guys, my name's the Electrified Gamer. I should not have closed that tab. We're gonna do a SmackDown recap, baby. Here we go. So I just got finished watching the Survivor Series, and the last two matches were fucking amazing. Let me just say that right now. The last two matches are just like the things that I was like, this is it. This is why. This is fucking amazing. It was just fantastic, the last two matches. I could not believe, my heart was pumping. This is the way I want to feel when I watch wrestling, you know? And this is why I love NXT, because it makes me feel that way. NXT is just amazing. NXT always makes you like, oh my gosh, look at them. They're like killing each other over here. And then you're like, oh, yeah, Johnny Gargano, like punch Aleister Black's head off and stuff like that. And it was just amazing. And those last two matches, they were great. Every other thing I really didn't care about. I want to run through the entire pay-per-view because I think it'd be fun. It'd be a different thing. I've never done this kind of thing before. I've always wanted to, but here we go. So the first match was the kickoff show match, and to be honest, I didn't watch this at all. I did not care. When someone says, we're going to have a 10-on-10 tag team Survivor Series match, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a clusterfuck. What the? I really didn't care. I honestly was just, like, watching something else on the other window, and I'm like, oh, the crowd started liking it towards the end. That's because half the tag teams that are in there that suck aren't in there anymore, so it's great. It's great. There's no more of them. And, like, it's like the New Day and the Usos, they're fantastic, and, like, what are they called? The bald guy and other guy. I forgot. They were the NXT, they're like the first two-time NXT champions or whatever. I don't know. First, what? They were like the first two-time NXT tag team champions, and it's like, yeah, they have like the best parts. Because they're like great wrestlers, and I didn't watch it. I saw Bobby Roode's and Chad Gable's finish and stuff like that. But to be honest, this is the only match that night on that SmackDown won, but it didn't count because the kickoff show does not exist. The kickoff show is like in a trans-dimensional portal that you're not allowed to talk about once it's over. So yeah, we're gonna move past that match. The next match was the Raw Women's Survivor Series elimination match, baby. It was okay. I'm getting this mixed up with the Men's Survivor Series match, but I don't remember much. I don't remember anything besides Nia Jax. When she like first comes out, she immediately gets booed, and I'm glad that she's just like taking it all in. She's just like, yeah, I'm the heel, baby. I'm the heel. It's like, it's great. It's great. Mandy Rose was in there. She's cool. She's pretty hot. I don't know. I want to read more. Hold on. I'll probably edit this part out. I don't remember much of this match. Oh, Naomi. There's like a dance break in the middle of it. Was Naomi the first to get dropped? Oh my gosh. Wasn't she like tag team leader? Oh yeah, Ruby Riott and Natalya. Again, I was not paying attention to the kickoff show, so I'm not sure if this happened or not, but apparently they were fighting backstage. Who would have thought? Because, you know, she like broke her glasses. Whatever. It's like the dumbest storyline ever. She broke her father's glasses. And now Bayley and Sasha were on the team. Sasha killed it. Sasha was pretty good. She had her and Asuka, damn, I could watch them like wrestle for like 20-30 minutes. They were doing hella good stuff, but yeah. Nia Jax at the end comes, knocks over Sasha Banks, her teammate, and then takes the advantage after Asuka gets the pin on her. It's okay. It was an okay match. It wasn't anything spectacular. Sonya Deville got a lot of time in the match, though. Sonya Deville, it's like, she's like, I could do this, guys. I could do this. Watch this. And they gave her a lot of time. I'll give her credit for that. She actually did pretty good. She didn't do that bad. There weren't that many botches either. That's pretty good. That's all I can think about. Nia Jax won. The whole crowd booed. It's funny that they booed. I just love it. I just love it that she gets so much heat because she punched Becky in the face. It's great. It's fantastic. Anyway. That's enough of that one. The Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins, versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It started off really slow, and I didn't care about it, and I looked away. And when I looked away, it started getting really good. Like, the last couple of, minutes when they were done, like, filling each other out and everything like that. I did like the character things where, like, Shinsuke would tell Seth Rollins to like come on and do stuff like that, and I liked Seth like kind of like, you know, like egging him on like with Shinsuke's taunts and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, but I didn't care at the beginning. It was kind of like it's just slow. I don't know. I guess this is why I don't like watching NXT before Survivor or before any WWE pay-per-view, because it's like NXT, it's like fast and it's to the point. Sometimes it's not. But it's normally pretty fast, and I guess I was expecting Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano match, kind of, with these two, where they would just, like, knock the hell out of each other. That didn't happen. That was a damn shame. I was mad, because I wanted to see the kicks, but then they started hitting each other towards the end. I like the ending sequence where, like Seth goes for the curb stomp, and, like, Shinsuke ducks it, and then he goes for his move and stuff like that. It was great. That whole sequence right there, that was pretty great. But besides that, I don't remember the beginning because I looked away because I was like, just gonna get on my phone real quick. There's nothing really going on right now. That's kind of my problem with Seth Rollins matches. It feels like that. It feels like I don't know. I just have a hard time watching main roster singles matches. But the end was really good, and I think, you know, if they had a better story too, because the story for this was non-existent. It was just like Seth's like, I guess I have to fight Shinsuke Nakamura at the pay-per-view. And it's like, Shinsuke's like, oh, Seth, why you no talk about me? And then it's like, yeah, it's a great match. Fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to keep repeating myself because this is the first time I've ever done this. But yeah, ending was great. Beginning was slow. So, the greatest match of all time. The greatest match on the Survivor Series title card. The Raw Tag Team Champions AOP versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Listen, guys, I don't think you know this, but I love The Bar Show. I don't know what they're called. The Big Bar. The Big Bar? That's actually pretty good. I did not watch this match. I kind of watched this match, but again, it was another one. Again, I have a hard time focusing on just matches where it's like, here we go. Yep, it's going. I like Sheamus and Cesaro. They're really good wrestlers, but I don't know. I think the AOP wasn't the greatest option to put in this match. I don't think they're quite ready for that like big match yet. I still feel like they should have stayed in NXT a little bit longer. Like maybe like one more match with the Undisputed Era or something like that. I don't know. I just didn't watch this match. I think I really stopped watching the match when Drake Maverick pissed his pants. I really sat there and I was like, is this it? Is this where we're going? Is this it? I sat there and I was like, this isn't, who finds this hilarious? Who's sitting in the back like, yeah, Drake Maverick, he's gonna piss his pants in the middle of the ring. It's gonna be hilarious. And it's like, it's like, I'm Vince McMahon, hilarious, herp-de-derp. It's like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening right now. Why is this happening? I stopped watching the match and then I skipped ahead a little bit. I'm mentioning this because I just like to let you know this is my experience. But yeah, I just skipped ahead and it's like they won. AOP defeated The Bar. I did not mention anyone else who's won. Pretty much Raw clean sweep this entire pay-per-view. Yeah, it kind of sucks because I like SmackDown a little bit more than Raw. Raw's kind of getting a little bit better, but Raw's problem is that the storylines go on for way too long. That's the problem with anything in WWE, is the storylines. It's like here we go. It's Seth Rollins versus Tim the intern, and that goes on for like 6 months, and you're like, I'm so sick of seeing Tim the intern do his super kick move, and I want it to not go on. And it's really stupid that Survivor Series has become like bragging rights. You remember that like old shitty pay-per-view from like what 2010 or whatever? It's like, duh, we gotta have this like crazy big event where SmackDown and Raw fight each other. It's just like, it's really dumb. It's like, oh, but the dream matches. It's like they're gonna switch over to another brand eventually. We're gonna have the brands combined again. Whatever. I didn't watch this match. Drake Maverick pissed his pants again. Cruiserweight championship match. To be honest, I saw bits and pieces. Again, I really don't care. I don't watch 205 Live. I hear it's really good, and I hear people absolutely love 205 Live, but I didn't care. I really did not care one bit about this. I did see some of the spots. Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali, they did some killer spots. Some insane moves. The Spanish fly off the ring, off the announcer table was sick. Not Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali's selling was great. I like when he got pushed off the ring and he just took it all. It's just like amazing. But yeah, I don't remember much about the match. It's the only match that's not Raw versus SmackDown. I would literally shoot myself if there's a cruiserweight division for both Raw and SmackDown. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is too much. It'd be like when they introduced the tag team championships for the women, and then they're like, here's the Raw women's tag team champions and the SmackDown. It's like, no, there does not need to be alternating SmackDown and Raw women's tag team champions. The creative team doesn't have any idea what to do with the women half the time, so they wouldn't know what to do with the tag team titles. I'm just saying that right now. I'll watch it again eventually. No, I don't rewatch any of these pay-per-views. D+. There's a backstage segment where, like, R-Truth comes back to each team and he's like, guys, we gotta win this, and it's like, great. Okay, so the next match was the men's elimination match. This was pretty good, but it started off really bad, and that's because Samoa Joe got immediately eliminated, and that is just like, you're just like, oh my gosh, this sucks. Just Samoa Joe. And why is Shane... I did not watch Raw and SmackDown before this. I just normally watch the pay-per-views most of the time, because that's the way I just like to watch wrestling, because watching the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown is just like, oh my gosh, it's painful sometimes. That and I have to work, but that's beside the point. But this match was okay. Why did they eliminate Samoa Joe so quick? Was he injured or something? That was the thought in my head. I was like, maybe he's injured. Maybe they just wanted to eliminate him. It would have been great. It would have been great. I thought originally, I was like, okay, they're going to go 3-3. Because, you know, Raw has won pretty much every Survivor Series up to since the brand split. But no. Samoa Joe gets eliminated. Braun pretty much does the Braun thing where he just eliminates, like, the whole team from, like, I think he eliminates Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio. Yeah, he eliminates everybody but Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe got eliminated by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman look really strong in this. The only person to get eliminated from Raw was Finn Balor. Like, screw you, Finn. You think you're not over? You're really not over now. It's like, come on, guys. Oh yeah, and Dolph Ziggler, but I mean, who cares about Dolph Ziggler? It's 2018. Get over it. The Miz was pretty funny in this match. I like Miz as the hype man of the group. It's kind of hard to book a match with Braun Strowman in it because you're always like, he has to win. It's so dumb though. They want to keep Braun strong, but at the same time they'll have him job to Lesnar in like 10 seconds, and it's just like, what do you guys want to do with Braun Strowman? Do you want him to be strong, or do you want him to be like a jobber? But yeah, it was pretty good. Rey Mysterio looked great in this match. Rey Mysterio was fantastic. He's in pretty great shape. I'm glad he's back. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. He was one of my favorite wrestlers. Trying to think of stuff. I just didn't like that Braun just like eliminated half the team. It just kind of disappoints me. I thought like Drew McIntyre would like do something to like mess up Braun, or I thought like Baron Corbin would do something, but no. Nope, nothing really big happened in the match. Besides, like, I did like when they like egg Shane to be like, "Hey Shane, go do the move, go do the big move off the thing," and he does it once, and it's like, "Yeah, you did it," and then he tries to do it a second time, and he just like eats shit. It's amazing, but yeah, it was okay match. It was a fun match. Wasn't 49 minutes, I'll give you that. That's the problem. But then we get on to the great matches. We get on to like the freaking, oh yeah, there's a backstage segment with Seth Rollins. He talks about his tables, ladders, and chairs match, because him and Dean are gonna have a tables, ladders, and chairs match because the Universal Champion can't show up to have a TLC match because, you know, he's off at his giant forest mansion. It's great. It's great. This is the match. Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. This saved the night. This, and then the next match afterwards, I was like, yes, this is it. This match was freaking hectic. This was like the best like MMA hybrid wrestler versus like a wrestler type thing. Because, you know, Ronda was trying to always get her grounded and like get her into like the punches and stuff, and like Charlotte like knows how to like, gosh, it was so good. It was such a great match. Even the ending, I don't care if it was like a oh no, she got disqualified. It's like, no, that's perfect. I was watching this with other people, and they said this is how they probably would have this is probably how they would have booked the match if Becky Lynch was in it, because it's right then where like where Charlotte like just hits her with a kendo stick. She's like, I'm through with this. This is like full of crap. And I know some people are gonna be like, why would Charlotte do that? She might have won. It's like, you might have won. And just like, watch this match. It's like one of the best women's matches in my opinion. Ronda's like bloodied up, and she's got like bruises and scars. Like, these two women, like, they like beat the shit out of each other. It's like amazing. It was such a great match. I would love to see this match with Becky Lynch in it eventually. Gosh, it was so good. I can't think of anything to say about it. It's just amazing. It was a really like good technical match, and it was like beat down and like, oh yeah, and then like the aftermath where like Charlotte's just like hitting her with kendo sticks and like smacking her with a chair, and then like puts the chair around her neck and like just snaps it on her head. It's just like, what a great match. And then like they turned Charlotte Flair heel. This is pretty much how it would have ended if Becky was in the match, probably. I don't know what they're going to do after this. The women's match was probably the best match of the night. That's kind of happened with most of the pay-per-views I've watched for WWE. Every other match is kind of like, oh my gosh, just get it over with. I'm so bored. And then it's like the women's match happens, and I'm like, oh, that was pretty good. And then it's just like, the rest happens. And then it's just like, okay, whatever. The crowd loved Charlotte in this whole segment. It was great. The crowd just likes it when people are just being badasses. You know, you don't want like your wrestler to be like, hey guys, let's do the right thing and be good people. Like, you know, like old John Cena. It's like, no, they want you to be like, yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass because I'm the best, or something like that. It's like, I'm not losing this match, you're losing this match. I'm gonna knock the hell out of you. Oh, and then there's the final. Oh yeah, I think I just said it. Charlotte got DQ'd. So that means a point for Raw. It's whatever. The point thing is so dumb. I hate that it's like, Raw's the best, whatever you call it. They're the best. They deserve all the rights. They deserve, screw SmackDown and all the superstars on there. Screw them. Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. This match started off like a typical Brock Lesnar match where like Brock is like throwing Daniel Bryan around, and like you're just like, oh no, Daniel, why? No, he's gonna kill Daniel Bryan. And then there's like that moment, like when Brock F5s Daniel Bryan into the ref and he gets a low blow, the match becomes so great after that. Bryan is like to the moon and back. He's like over as hell. It's like, oh come on, this might be it. Someone might beat Brock Lesnar in the middle of the ring, whose name isn't Roman Reigns. And he like locks in the yes lock. He like hits 2 running knees. He smacks him against the ring post. You're like, he like even like does like the stomps he did on AJ Styles. It's just amazing. Everything he did in this match. He was over. He was really great in this match. It was great. I was afraid it was going to be a squash match, or I thought originally, like, Daniel Bryan comes out in the match and he's like all smiling. It's like, I got a plan. It's like, what's your plan? I'm gonna low blow him if the ref gets knocked out. Hopefully that happens. But yeah, it's kind of weird that they turned him heel like on SmackDown to have him be in this like Brock Lesnar match, because then he gets over again because he's the underdog fighting like Brock Lesnar. So it's just like, okay, so you kind of like flipped it back around, but I'm pretty sure he'll be heel on SmackDown. We're only reviewing the pay-per-views here, guys. But yeah, this match was great. It was fantastic. I loved it. Again, the only problem is it's a Brock Lesnar match, so it's just like suplexes for like 10 minutes, and then it's just like, hopefully the person he's fighting comes back. But I think this is one of Brock Lesnar's best matches since, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably one of his best matches, only because I like Daniel Bryan. But yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. It was great. Gosh, that yes lock he put in, it was just fantastic. It was just beautiful, man. It was beautiful. It's a shame that Daniel Bryan lost. He got caught into an F5. Oh, I was just so mad. How come the F5 is so strong? He did kick out with one F5, so I mean, he's got that on him. So yeah, it was a great match. It feels like Brock Lesnar, the only time he wrestles is at Survivor Series. It's great. It's fantastic. At Survivor Series. Like I said, the last two matches were just amazing. They were just, like, those were the best matches of the night. Every other match was either, like, okay, or it was just like, come on, oh my gosh, just come on. This thing that I'm reading, it's either, I like NXT more. Because NXT has, like, great hype packages, and, like, you get, like, things like the AOP versus the Bar, and it's just like, there's no build up to this, there's nothing really to it. Or you get Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke, which starts off bad, gets good, but there's still no build to it. Because Seth Rollins has been stuck in the Dean Ambrose feud, so he hasn't had... That's the problem with having this dumb Survivor Series, Raw versus SmackDown. All the storylines still happen on Raw and SmackDown. Instead of it being like, okay, I gotta focus on my match against the guy on the other's team, and we can have, like, back-to-back conversations. During, like, Survivor Series, like, month or whatever, it should be, like, the brand border is, like, down, and, like, anyone can come over, and they can, like, talk, and they can have, like, these promos and stuff, and we can make, like, good promo packages, and, like, all this stuff. Yeah, that would be great. But no, it's always like, oh, they're invading, or like, oh, what's going on over here in SmackDown land, or just like, I'm over here on Tuesday, I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna hopefully the guy responds on Monday. Hopefully that happens. If it doesn't happen, oh well. It's just like, there's no real care going on to it. It's just kind of like, I really don't care. Apparently Enzo Amore was there. That's great. Survivor Series. If you do watch Survivor Series 2018, I had to look at the calendar. Watch it for the last two matches. Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, and Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Those are the best matches of the night, bar none. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is the Electrified Gamer. I'll see you next time.